The story of Lucifer's rebellion unfolds against the backdrop of a vibrant and majestic heaven, a realm of light and divine purpose. Before he became known as Satan, Lucifer was not just an archangel, he was the morning star, adorned with beauty and wisdom beyond comprehension. As we embark on this journey, we will explore the profound questions. Where was Jesus during this cosmic upheaval? What role did he play in this divine drama? Chapter 1. The Radiant Creation of Lucifer. In the beginning, God crafted an exquisite universe, rich with beauty and harmony. Among his creations, Lucifer shone the brightest, a guardian cherub placed at the throne of God. The book of Ezekiel reveals, "You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty." Lucifer walked among the fiery stones of heaven, cherishing a close relationship with God the Father and his Son, Jesus Christ. Chapter 2. The Seeds of Rebellion. Even in the radiant paradise of heaven, where light danced in harmonious symphonies and angels soared with joy, a sinister shadow began to loom over Lucifer's heart. Surrounded by the beauty of creation and basking in the adoration of his fellow angels, a subtle discontent began to fester within him. The brilliance of his being, once a beacon of light, started to flicker as the seeds of ambition were sown deep within his soul. As Lucifer reveled in his position as the most favored archangel, pride began to take root. He stood atop the highest clouds, gazing down at the created worlds below, a sense of entitlement brewing within him. "I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God," he declared in his heart, a whisper of rebellion that echoed against the celestial backdrop. His desire for recognition and power grew, transforming into a fervent ambition that eclipsed his once unwavering devotion to God. The beauty that once radiated from him became dimmed, as if the very light of heaven was being snuffed out by the darkness of his thoughts. Each moment spent in the presence of God felt like a reminder of what he lacked, igniting a burning jealousy that consumed him. His mind became a battleground where thoughts of grandeur clashed with the truths he once cherished. He envisioned a throne greater than that of God, one that would command the respect and adoration of all creation. Lucifer's ambitions were not merely fleeting desires, they became an obsession. He would often gather with the other angels, leading them in songs of worship, yet within him, a storm was brewing. His heart whispered secrets of rebellion, enticing him to seek power and dominion. "Why should I serve when I can rule?" he pondered, as the chorus of praise around them began to sound like chains binding him to a life of servitude. The angels, unaware of the tempest brewing within their beloved leader, continued to admire and follow him. They were drawn to his charisma and beauty, unaware of the insidious pride that was poisoning his heart. As Lucifer's thoughts spiraled deeper into rebellion, he began to seek followers among the angels, subtly planting seeds of doubt in their minds. "Is it not our right to share in the glory of our Creator?" he would suggest, weaving his ambitions into the fabric of heavenly discourse. The harmony of heaven began to fray, the once clear notes of praise becoming tinged with discord. A shift was occurring, and the angels could feel it in the air, a tension that hung like a thick fog, darkening the once bright realm. Lucifer, now fueled by his ambition, cast aside the humility that once defined him. He no longer looked upon his fellow angels with love and camaraderie. Instead, he viewed them as pawns in his game of ascension. In this celestial garden, where unity once flourished, the seeds of rebellion were taking root. What began as whispers of ambition had morphed into a call for uprising, a declaration against the very order established by God. As Lucifer's heart hardened, the light that once shone so brightly dimmed further, overshadowed by the darkness of his pride and ambition. Yet, amidst the turmoil, there remained a silent witness, Jesus, observing with sorrow as his brothers slipped further away from the light. In the heart of paradise, where joy and worship filled the air, the seeds of rebellion were sprouting, setting the stage for a cosmic battle that would forever alter the course of creation. Chapter 3: The Silent Witness. As the rebellion brewed and the once harmonious choir of angels began to murmur with discontent, one crucial question lingered in the cosmic silence: where was Jesus during this tumultuous time? Known as the Word made flesh, he existed before the dawn of time, intricately woven into the very fabric of creation. His presence was a testament to love and unity, a constant reminder of the divine order established by God. From his exalted position beside the Father, Jesus observed the unfolding drama with a heavy heart. He witnessed Lucifer's gradual transformation from a beloved son of God into a rival blinded by ambition and pride. Once the morning star, Lucifer had basked in the radiance of God's love, but now he was ensnared in a web of his own making, seeking to usurp divine authority and challenge the throne of heaven. The subtlety of his rebellion was alarming. It crept in like a thief in the night, corrupting the once pure intentions of his heart. Jesus, embodying the very essence of love and grace, felt the weight of this transformation acutely. Each day, he observed his brother moving further away from the light, exchanging his devotion for delusions of grandeur. While Lucifer reveled in his splendor, the echoes of Jesus' gentle love resonated through the heavenly realms, a stark contrast to the pride that consumed Lucifer. He remained a silent witness, embodying the very qualities that Lucifer was beginning to forsake: humility, compassion, and unwavering loyalty to the Father. In the vast expanse of heaven, Jesus understood the gravity of the choices being made. He knew the potential consequences of Lucifer's ambition, not just for Lucifer himself, but for all creation. The rebellion, fueled by pride and envy, threatened to disrupt the divine harmony established by God. Despite the turmoil brewing in the hearts of the angels, Jesus remained steadfast in his mission of love and redemption, embodying the hope that would one day restore balance to the cosmos. Yet, as he watched Lucifer weave his deceitful narrative, Jesus also understood the importance of free will. The Father had bestowed upon his creation the gift of choice, allowing each being to determine their own path. Jesus could intervene, but such an act would undermine the very essence of love, the freedom to choose. And so, he remained present, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos, patiently waiting for his time to come. In this atmosphere charged with tension, Jesus often turned his gaze toward the throne of the Father. He found solace in their unity, a profound bond that transcended time and space. Their love was the foundation of creation, a force strong enough to withstand the dark tides of rebellion. Jesus took comfort in knowing that, ultimately, love would triumph over pride. As whispers of rebellion grew louder, Jesus continued to embody the light of hope, extending his grace to the angels who had yet to be swayed by Lucifer's rhetoric. He reached out to those who felt uncertain, offering them a glimpse of the peace that comes from unwavering faith. In his silence, there was power; in his presence, a promise that the chaos would not prevail. Though Lucifer sought to elevate himself above the stars, Jesus remained anchored in his identity as the Son of God, fully aware of the divine plan that would unfold. He was not merely a passive observer, but a loving participant in the cosmic drama, holding on to the truth that love, grace, and redemption would ultimately reshape the future. As the tension reached its peak and the rebellion threatened to explode, Jesus stood firm, a silent witness to the unfolding tragedy, ready to fulfill his purpose in the grand narrative of creation. The stage was set for a confrontation that would echo through eternity, but Jesus knew that amidst the coming storm, his love would shine brighter than the darkest shadows. Chapter 4: The Cosmic Showdown. The moment of confrontation was not merely anticipated, it was inevitable. The heavenly realm, once resonant with harmonious melodies and radiant light, now buzzed with tension and uncertainty. An assembly of angels gathered in awe and fear as they sensed the growing discord, their hearts heavy with the knowledge that the peace of heaven was on the brink of collapse. In the great hall of the heavenly throne, adorned with celestial beauty, God stood in unwavering authority, flanked by the loyal angels who had chosen to stand by his side. These radiant beings were a testament to the truth of divine love and fidelity, shining brightly against the backdrop of the impending storm. Each loyal angel looked upon their Creator with reverence, their wings unfurled, ready to defend the sanctity of heaven. As the assembly convened, the air crackled with anticipation. The once beloved archangel, Lucifer, now stood at the forefront, cloaked in the shadows of his ambition and pride. No longer the morning star who led the heavenly choir, he had become a figure of defiance, a once glorious leader now entangled in a web of deceit. His heart, once filled with light, had turned dark, and his intentions were clear. With a voice that once resonated with the music of heaven, he now declared his bold claim for power. "I will ascend to the heavens. I will raise my throne above the stars of God," Lucifer proclaimed, his words laced with arrogance. The echoes of his defiance reverberated throughout the hall, challenging the very foundation of divine order. As he rallied his followers, angels who had been swayed by his charisma, a palpable tension filled the air. The loyal angels exchanged troubled glances, their faith in their Creator unwavering, yet their hearts were heavy with concern for their fallen brother. Jesus stood amidst the assembly, embodying truth and righteousness. He was a steadfast presence, unwavering in his commitment to defend the divine order established by God. In the face of chaos, his essence radiated a calm assurance that instilled hope in the hearts of the loyal angels. The weight of his divine purpose was evident in his eyes, a depth of love and understanding that transcended the tumult around him. He knew that this confrontation was not merely about power, it was a battle for the very soul of creation. As Lucifer continued to assert his claims, the heavens trembled. It was a moment of cosmic upheaval, where loyalty was tested, and true allegiances would be revealed. Jesus felt the heaviness of the moment, aware that the choices made here would resonate throughout eternity. The confrontation was not just a clash of wills, it was a profound spiritual battle that would determine the fate of countless souls. In this pivotal moment, Jesus lifted his gaze toward his Father, the source of all wisdom and strength. He understood the divine plan that had been set into motion long before the foundations of the earth were laid. The battle was not just against Lucifer's pride, but also for the redemption of those who had been led astray. Jesus remained resolute, embodying the hope that love could triumph over pride, that grace could restore what had been lost. As the loyal angels united in their stance, their wings unfurled in a display of solidarity, shimmering with the light of heaven. They formed a formidable barrier, a radiant shield against the encroaching darkness. Together, they bore witness to the unfolding drama, their hearts intertwined in the pursuit of truth and justice. Lucifer, caught in the throes of his ambition, could not see the beauty of unity among the loyal angels. His vision was clouded by pride, blinding him to the reality that he had forsaken the very essence of what it meant to be a servant of God. In his heart, the seeds of rebellion had taken root, choking the love and light that once defined his existence. As tensions escalated, the cosmic showdown reached its zenith. Jesus stepped forward, embodying both strength and grace, ready to confront the deception that threatened the fabric of heaven. In this defining moment, he would stand as the embodiment of divine truth, ready to uphold the sovereignty of God against the rising tide of rebellion. With the fate of creation hanging in the balance, the heavens held their breath. The showdown was not just a battle for power, but a clash between love and pride, truth and deception. As Jesus prepared to speak, his voice resonated with the authority of the ages, a reminder that the light of love would always shine, even in the face of the darkest shadows. Chapter 5: The Fall of the Morning Star. As tensions mounted in the heavenly assembly, the moment of reckoning had arrived. The rebellion, once a whisper of dissent, had escalated into an all-out challenge against the very throne of God. The air was thick with anticipation, and the loyal angels braced themselves for the divine declaration that would determine the fate of their former brother, Lucifer. God, in his infinite wisdom and authority, rose to speak, his voice resonating with the power of creation. "You will be brought down to the realm of the dead, to the depths of the pit," he proclaimed, each word echoing through the celestial hall like thunder. The loyal angels, hearts heavy with sorrow, watched as the weight of divine judgment fell upon Lucifer. Once the morning star, a symbol of brilliance and beauty, he was now exposed for what he had become, a rival consumed by pride and ambition. The shock of the decree rippled through the assembly. Lucifer, once revered for his radiance and grace, now stood on the precipice of destruction. His eyes, once alight with the glory of heaven, were now darkened by rage and despair. "No," he cried out, his voice a mixture of fury and disbelief. "I will not fall. I will ascend." But the truth remained unyielding. The rebellion had sealed his fate. As the loyal angels held their breath, the heavens trembled at the gravity of the moment. The angelic hosts who had once followed Lucifer watched in horror as their leader's light was extinguished. One by one, those who had aligned themselves with him began to understand the depth of their folly. With God's judgment proclaimed, the division between light and darkness became painfully clear. In an instant, the brilliance of Lucifer faded, replaced by the chilling void of darkness. He and his followers were cast out of heaven, banished to the depths of the pit, a place devoid of the love and light they had once known. The splendor of heaven dimmed as they fell, the echoes of their rebellion reverberating through the cosmos like a haunting lament. For Jesus, this was not merely a moment of judgment, it was a pivotal point in the divine narrative. Standing alongside his Father, he felt the weight of what had transpired. The fall of Lucifer was a profound loss, not just for the heavenly realm, but also for the very fabric of creation. Jesus had loved Lucifer, seen him as a brother, and mourned the loss of what could have been. Yet, in the midst of this sorrow, he understood the necessity of God's justice. The triumph of God's sovereignty echoed throughout creation, a testament to his unyielding authority over all things. The loyal angels erupted in praise, their voices harmonizing in a symphony of victory, celebrating the restoration of peace and order. Yet, amid the rejoicing, Jesus' heart remained heavy. The rebellion had marked the beginning of a larger narrative, a story of redemption and hope that would unfold through the ages. As the last remnants of darkness faded from view, Jesus turned his gaze toward the realm of humanity. The expulsion of Lucifer was not the end. It was the beginning of a new mission, a mission to restore what had been lost, to bring light to a world that would soon fall under the shadow of darkness. The fall of the morning star was a turning point, one that would set the stage for his eventual coming to earth as the Savior. With a resolute heart, Jesus embraced his role in the unfolding story, understanding that his love would be the beacon that could pierce through the deepest darkness, guiding humanity back to the light. Chapter 6: The Love That Endures. In the aftermath of the rebellion, Jesus stood as a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. He understood the profound loss that accompanied Lucifer's fall. Not only had he been cast from grace, but he had also forsaken the deep love that God had for him. This divine love, unwavering and eternal, would serve as the foundation for Jesus' future mission on earth. As he prepared to embody grace and redemption for humanity, Jesus remained steadfast, determined to demonstrate that love could triumph over darkness, offering a path of restoration for all who would seek it. Chapter 7: The Path to Redemption. As time passed, the echoes of Lucifer's rebellion reverberated throughout the universe, leaving a scar on creation. Yet, amidst this turmoil, Jesus prepared for his earthly mission, embodying the hope of redemption. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, he would soon proclaim, revealing the depth of God's love and the lengths to which he would go to restore humanity. Jesus understood that the consequences of rebellion and sin were profound, yet he was resolute in his purpose. Through his teachings, miracles, and ultimate sacrifice, he demonstrated that even in the face of darkness, redemption was possible for all who chose to believe. His presence would offer a lifeline to the lost, a chance for forgiveness, and a path toward eternal life, forever transforming the narrative from one of despair to one of hope and renewal. Chapter 8: Lessons from the Rebellion. Lucifer's story serves as a powerful reminder of the consequences of pride and the paramount importance of humility in the face of greatness. As Lucifer allowed ambition to overshadow his devotion, he became a cautionary tale for all of creation. Jesus, in stark contrast, taught that for those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. Through his life and ministry, Jesus illustrated the transformative power of humility, love, and service to others. He washed the feet of his disciples, fed the hungry, and welcomed the marginalized, demonstrating that true greatness lies in selflessness. By embodying these values, Jesus invited us to reflect on our own hearts, urging us to resist the temptation of pride and to embrace a posture of humility. In doing so, we align ourselves with his divine purpose, learning that in our lowest moments, we may find the greatest strength and connection to God's enduring love. Chapter 9: The Eternal Word. Jesus, the Word, was present before, during, and after Lucifer's rebellion, a testament to the eternal nature of divine love. His existence affirmed that even in the face of chaos, God's plan for redemption remained steadfast. The rebellion highlighted the ongoing battle between light and darkness, a struggle that resonates through time and space. Yet, amidst this cosmic conflict, Jesus stands as the ultimate beacon of hope. He embodies the promise that no matter how deep the shadows may grow, there's always a path back to the light. Through faith in Jesus, believers find not only strength, but also purpose in their lives. His teachings inspire us to rise above our challenges, reminding us that we are never alone in our struggles. As the eternal Word, Jesus invites us to participate in a narrative that transcends our circumstances, encouraging us to walk boldly in his light and share that hope with others, reaffirming the victory of love over darkness. A call to humility. As we reflect on the story of Lucifer's rebellion and Jesus' unwavering presence, we are reminded of the importance of humility, the dangers of pride, and the power of divine love. In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, we can find comfort in knowing that Jesus, the morning star, is with us, guiding us toward redemption and grace. Final thoughts. This story, deeply rooted in Christian theology, challenges us to examine our hearts and embrace humility, reminding us of the ultimate victory of love over pride. Jesus, the eternal Word, calls each of us to recognize the importance of his love in our lives, offering us hope and a path toward salvation.
If this message resonates with you, hit that like button and let the universe know you're ready for your breakthrough. Subscribe to our channel for more transformative insights and guidance on your journey to abundance. Share this video with friends and family who need to hear this today. Let's amplify our positive energy together. Your engagement not only helps us grow but also strengthens the cosmic energy we are building as a community. Together, we can uplift each other and manifest our dreams into reality, one positive action at a time.